The Tsvetnik Park in Pyatigorsk, also known as the Nikolaevsky Tsvetnik, was founded in 1829 by the Bernardazzi brothers, Russian architects who originally came from Switzerland. This was done to improve the rough landscape in front of what is now known as the Lermontov Baths building. Hello, dear friends. As you may have already guessed, we are currently in Pyatigorsk, which is the largest city by population in the region of the Caucasus Mineral Waters. We have just met our wonderful guide Irina and are now walking through the beautifully named Flower Garden Park. Here we are at the Lermontov Bath.
Это уникальнейшее здание для всей Российской империи тех лет. Это первая водолечебница Российской империи. Называлась она Николаевские ванны в честь Николая I.
At first, these baths were natural pools carved into limestone near the source of mineral water flowing from the depths of the hot mountain. Later, soldiers built a wooden cabins over these baths, creating something like a traditional bathhouse. In 1830, the Bernardazzi brothers, architects, constructed a stone building for baths using stone quarried from Mount Mashuk. They decided to name it the Nikolaevsky Baths in honor of Emperor Nicholay the First birthday. After the Revolution of 1917, the building was renamed to the Lermontov Baths. Many notable figures of Russia used the baths, including Pushkin, Lermontov, and Emperor Nicholay the First. By the mid-19th century, the flower garden became the center of resort life in Pyatigorsk. In 1901, the Lermontov Gallery, a beautiful building made of metal and glass in the Art Nouveau style, was opened in the garden. It began operating in July of that year and was named in honor of the great Russian poet Mikhail Lermontov on the 60th anniversary of his tragic death in a duel with Nikolai Martynov. The left wing of the gallery was used as a place for walkers to enjoy the outdoors in bad weather, as well as for balls and dance parties. The right wing housed a concert hall that could accommodate 600 spectators and had an open stage. Some of the most famous artists of the time, such as Fyodor Shalapin and Leonid Sobanov, performed here, along with poet Vladimir Mayakovsky, who read his works. The dancer Isadora Duncan also performed at the gallery. Interestingly, the main structural elements and stained glass windows of the gallery were made in Warsaw, but the production of the long frame parts was left to one of St. Petersburg's metallurgical enterprises. Today, the Lermontov Gallery stands almost unchanged from its original form.
И этот театр мы могли потерять бы во время войны, когда его подожгли фашисты уже, уходя из города.
We walked up the upper boulevard on Kirov Avenue to the Elizabethan Flower Garden. And then climbed a grand stone staircase leading to the Academic Gallery, originally named after Empress Elizabeth, the Elizabethan Gallery. In the middle of the 19th century, a stone building known as the Elizabethan Gallery was constructed on the site of a small well that drew water from a sulfurous spring. This stone building we now have the pleasure of seeing. This building was designed in the Italian Renaissance style by the architect Samuel Upton, who was also responsible for the elegant Narzan Gallery in Kislovodsk. The Elizabethan Gallery initially housed drinking fountains and bathhouses. At one point, the St. Olha's Orphanage, a free hospital with 10 beds under the patronage of Grand Duchess Olha Fyodorovna, was located in the northern pavilion of the gallery. In 1926, the gallery was renamed the Academic Gallery to commemorate the 200th anniversary of the St. Petersburg Academy of Sciences. Interestingly, the Elizabethan Gallery served as a setting for several scenes from Mikhail Yuryevich Lermontov's novel A Hero of Our Time, including the meeting between Grushnitsky and Princess Mary.
Маленькое озерце, такое озерцо, 14 метров в диаметре. Почему провал? Ну, есть версия, что когда-то это была горная пещера, своды, которые были подмыты водами.
As you probably already know, Irina took us to the famous Pyatigorsk Sinkhole. After all, it would be an unforgivable mistake to visit Pyatigorsk without seeing the sinkhole. The sinkhole became so famous after the release of the very popular in the Soviet Union comedy film The 12 Chairs. You remember, of course, Ostap Bender selling tickets to visit the sinkhole. His bronze statue still welcomes visitors at the entrance to the grotto. In reality, the sinkhole is an underground cave formed by mineral waters. There is a small lake with beautiful, turquoise-colored sulfur water about 11 meters deep. Hydrogen sulfide dissolved in the water evaporates and slowly corrodes the limestone rocks. Over time, the cave ceiling collapsed, leaving a 15 meters diameter funnel in the rock above the lake. This funnel is actually called the sinkhole. In 1858, a tunnel of about 40 meters was built to the cave and a large platform was created in front of the entrance to the tunnel. After this, the number of visitors to the sinkhole increased significantly. Local residents have nicknamed the lake in the cave the Infernal Abyss, believing that a fire-breathing monster lived there, hunting for new victims over the city at night. In order to reassure superstitious citizens, an icon of the Virgin Mary, joy of all who sorrow, was placed in a specially prepared niche in 1885. Thank you, friends, for accompanying us on our exploration of some significant places in Pyatigorsk. Of course, during our tour, we only saw a small part of this beautiful city with its many sights. That's okay, there's a reason to return to Pyatigorsk. Thank you so much for your likes, comments, and even more so for subscribing to our channel Pictures from the Hinterland. Peace and love to everyone.